Recording. Hola! Just thought I'd do a big cheesy grin out here. So here is my get ready with me. No means by an expert at makeup, videos, tutorials. Just thought I'd give it a go. Let me know what you think and we will go from there. Enjoy! Yes, here I am. I'm just the lucky soul. I've got scarring from spots that still haven't gone away. And I've got dark circles under my eyes, unfortunately. I've just shoved my hair up in a bun. Flyaway hairs, oh the joys. Oh, itchy nose. Sorry about that. So I start off with putting some tannin accelerator on my face that I've got from sunbed because it looks a bit nice outside, so I thought, what the heck. And popcorn lip scrub is really nice. I didn't like buy it, to be honest, but don't have a good taste of it because it's not that nice. And that will teach me some slurping. Concealer, I use Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer by Collect in the shade 1. So I'm just going to dab that over my scarring. And, oh, I'm just going to pop it through my nose. I'm just going to smudge it all in, my dark circles. Pop it under my eyes and on my veiny eyelids. One of my unfortunate features. I'm just going to keep bobbing it around in areas that I think, and I changed to Fit Me Maybelline New York in shade 15. I don't know why. So I lost my makeup sponge, so I'm just dawdling away with a powder brush today. Just gonna keep rubbing that in everywhere. Rubbing the concealer as much as I can. And just keep rubbing away. And then I'm just gonna dab it with my finger in areas that just couldn't go with powder. And then have another drink. Then I use number 7 Stay Perfect foundation, cool ivory shade. So I just pump one pump on my hand, and then I mix it with BB Cream Garnier in the light shade. Just going to do the same again and pop it on my hand, and then I'm going to mix it with the powder brush on my hand. Basically paint my hand with foundation. Just going to go in circles and rub it all over in my face, in just everywhere basically. Just keep rubbing away. And I sometimes, some reason, do it in circular motions. I'm not sure if anyone else does, but yeah, I just do it in circular motions. Keep going all the way around, and I just keep going. Rub it on my neck just so it blends in nicely. And then I move on to bronzer. Shimmer Rimmel bronzing with my Real Techniques blusher brush to add some colour to my face. Rub it in cheekbones, on my jawline, and for some reason I do it on my chin area. Then I go back to my concealer just to top things up because I really don't like my dark circles. Fit Me concealer and dab it under my eyes, and I dab it right down the middle of my nose again. Then I move on to e.l.f. eye primer and liner sealer. Now I use the primer and put it on my veiny eyelids. Then my contour is an e.l.f. all over cover stick in the shade Toasted. Now I just define my jawlines again and my cheekbones, just dabbing it there. Oh, and the sides of my nose to define the straightness and that highlighter that I put straight through the middle of my nose for God knows reason why. Outer sides of my eyebrows to try and shape my face. I'm just going to dab all the concealer back in with my finger. Normally I would do it with my makeup sponge, but it's disappeared. And then I'm going to use my finger to smudge in the colour stick a bit more to give it a bit more depth into my skin. I'm just going to carry on and smudge it into my skin a bit more as much as I can. I'm going to use the bronzer brush and just finish off what my fingers couldn't do because I don't want to get my fingers too messy. Just cover in my jawline to just define my face a bit more. And on my chin again, God knows why. Just going to blend it in on my neck a bit more as well to give me my neck a bit colour and everything else. And I define my nose again because, well, I don't really know why. Then I use the eye primer and pop it right through my middle of my nose to try and highlight the middle of my nose. Then I'll also put it on the under of my eyes and dab that in. Move on to my e.l.f. blusher, e.l.f. mineral blush it is, in the shade Coral. I only ever use the lid. I don't want too much. Just want a little dab on my face, so I use the lid to take the blusher off and use my blusher brush again to pop it on my face. I go on to eyebrows, which I use Rimmel eyebrow pencil dark brown, which is number 1. Lightly touch my eyebrows on top just to darken them a bit more and define them, because it would look really silly if I didn't with all my eye makeup on. And then I'm just going to brush it off with the brush that comes on the end of the eyebrow brush. Next is my eyeliner. So I use a white pencil, which is the Collection pencil, I believe. So I'm going to put that all under my eyelids. Sometimes I do it quite strong, sometimes I won't. This time it's a bit mediocre. Then I'll just put it under my eyebrows and on top of my eyebrows to define the eyebrows a bit more. Eventually I'll rub that in when I remember. And I'm just going to do my lip liner, which is also the Collection range, because they're just so cheap and I can work with them. Fill it all in. Do the outline and then fill that in. Then I use my eyelash curlers to quickly do my eyelashes, just for a plump. And then I move on to my eyeshadow. I got this palette as a gift a couple of years ago from Argos. Now we're going to use a dark brown shade and pop it in the creases of your eyelid, mainly focusing on the corners, because, well, I'm not really sure why I do it, I just seem to like it. Can't remember when I started liking it, but I did. And then I'm going to get some more, so just darken the areas that I want it to get more some dark brown again, and just keep going through. Then I'll try and smooth it out on the edges so it doesn't look so harsh on my eyes, so it blends a bit more into my other areas. Liner, which I use Rimmel London Exaggerate Eyeliner in Waterproof, and in the number 3, which is a glossy black. And then we're done with the eyes. Although I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'll do the inner bit and just fill it in so it looks a bit normal. And just to be really precise and make sure that it looks all okay. And then I'll move back onto my eyeshadow and pop it on just where my bottom eyelashes are, just to make it look a bit softer when I do put my mascara on bottom. Which for this I am using my Roller Lash Benefit and just popping that in my eyelashes in various ways. I use so many different techniques to put it on my eyelashes. It'll get them, then I'll do my bottom eyelashes. bit differently. I'll just kind of dab it this time because I don't want it to look too fake. It'll just look a bit natural and a bit longer. And I'll do it to the other eye all over again. Carry on with this process. And then we're done. Oh, and I forgot to rub in the white lines as I thought I would. I'm just going to rub in the white lines so that you can't see them so visibly this time. And they'll hopefully define my eyebrows a bit more. There we go, and that's all done. Then I'll go back to the eyeshadow again and just double check that it's gone nice and dark in the creases. I'll just go over it one more time just to be sure, because I like to do these things. And then I'll move on to my Body Shop product lip conditioner type thing, which is in the taste of orange, and it's so delicious. And then I'll move on to my number 7 lipstick, which is in the shade Soft Paprika, and it's the Moisture Drench ones. And then I'll just pop that on my lips really carefully so it doesn't blodge a bit, but obviously it always does for me. Follow along with a lip liner was and smudge it in with my lips. And then I'll also just clean up with my fingers so it looks nice and smooth and not too shiny. And there we go. I am all done, and that is my day makeup set. I hope you enjoyed it. Adios amigos.